Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. On the screen here, you can see some of my trading results that are going to help me demonstrate and show in a very real life way the secret of day trader confidence. And up front, I'll tell you right now, if you're looking for some sort of magical and mystical and looking for some sort of almost holy grailish type perspective, that's not what's going to happen here. As is the case with basically all cases, any quote unquote secret is usually something that's hiding in plain sight, and maybe it's not the most attractive thing to say, maybe it's not the most mind-blowing thing to say, but that doesn't take away from the fact of the matter that it's actually the truth of the matter. So how to be successful as not necessarily just a day trader, but as a swing trader, as an investor, and in all actuality, really anything when it comes to making money and wealth building, that's what I'm going to talk about here. So day trader confidence, or just trader confidence in general, what is the secret to all this? Well, as I said, these are some of my results, and what I want to point out here is more specifically the time. So right up there, you can see that that was the start of the trade at 9:32 a.m. Eastern time, and then the end of the trade was right there, 9:33 a.m. Eastern time, and 53 seconds. So literally, it goes by the seconds too, and 1 minute, 6 seconds. How much money did I make in the 1 minute and 6 seconds? Yes, believe it or not, the markets are a crazy place. The stock market, wild. But hey, this is why I love day trading. $1,300 in literally 1 minute and 6 seconds. And I show this not to brag, but in all of these videos that I do, I show this just to let you know that what I'm going to talk about here when it comes to day trading confidence and the couple of lessons that this can all help illustrate is not theory. This is based in actual results that occurred in my trading. And, given thank you, I should say to all of you that do leave feedback on these videos and hit that like button. I know that you enjoy when I don't talk like you would in school, right? Where you have this textbook and everything's so perfect and you have the bolded definitions. No, this is real life stuff. No theory here at all. But let's now rewind for a little bit. Let's go back and take a look at what happened the previous day. So the previous day, how much did I make? Well, that's how much I made, $8. And how long did this take? Well, this was after 2 hours. Market opens up at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and this picture was taken at 9:33. So to be exact, 2 hours and 3 minutes. Or in other words, I made less than minimum wage. I made $4 per hour. The market had been open for 2 hours, and I made $8. Not a very pleasant situation. Not something that, sitting here talking about it, I can't say that I'm walking around with a puffed up chest exactly. But yeah, literally, I made $4 per hour. Not exactly, like I said, an ideal situation. So what is this helping us see? Well, confidence lesson number one, this is what you need to realize. All traders have results like this. Now, whether or not they show it to you, whether or not they want to just be transparent enough about it, I'll set that aside. But you need to realize that despite what you see on social media, despite what you see, who knows where, I get it. There can be the impression, it seems like money just rains from the sky. This person's on their laptop on a private island. This person's on their phone sitting on the hood of their Tesla or their Lamborghini. Well, this person's flying in a private jet while they're on their laptop. And wow, it's just like money rains from the sky apparently in the stock market and in day trading or swing trading. Okay, yeah, I actually do. I want to make some money. Oh wait, you can do all this online? Yeah, I definitely want to make some money online. Let's get to it. Let's start. And all of this is centered around this idea of positive thinking, right? And this is nothing. I'm not trying to sit here and say that I've discovered anything new here. This is just basic marketing, basic sales, where you want to focus on the positive of things. You want to focus on rainbows and butterflies and sweet little old grandmas, right? And this is not my opinion now. We're stepping into the world of science here. But so from Psychology Today, I found this article, which is fully the truth, and I see it all the time. Maybe you have some experience too. But I love the title of it. The problem with positive thinking. Aim for accurate and useful instead. So this is coming from, you look over to the left there, a PhD. So this person, they have a little experience in the human mind, right? They get how this stuff works. And one line from the article, you're more than welcome to Google the title of that with the author's name, and you can read the entire article. But the part I found perfect for this is, now when it says this strategy, that means the strategy of just positive thinking. Positive thinking. But this strategy can backfire if our new ideas aren't believable, realistic, so realistic definitely, and then confirmed by our experiences. So in other words, if you have all this positive thinking and then you have experience that does not confirm it, so in other words, you show up thinking money's going to be raining down from the sky, and then you make $4 per hour, that's not really confirming the experience of positive thinking, is it? No, that'd be the exact opposite. It's not very realistic to think that every single day you're going to be making all sorts of money and things are always going to be great. Now, believable doesn't necessarily fit because, yes, you can definitely make good amounts of money, as I showed. But to think that it's always going to be that way is not realistic, and it's not going to confirm your experience or your expectations, right? So if your experience is not that every day, well then, as this PhD says, it's this positive thinking idea is going to backfire. Now, once again, from a sales perspective, from a marketing perspective, absolutely. It is very wise. It's probably not very wise of me to sit here when I do sell training courses and stuff at my site, but it's probably not like, hey, you know what? It's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. Positive thinking, that's definitely a good way to approach it from some angles, such as the business perspective. But if you are looking for just practical ways, just kind of nitty gritty, dirty ways of how trading works, well, you know what? Yeah, positive thinking, that can definitely backfire. You have to realize that all traders have results like this, okay? And the reason that's going to help with confidence is when you go into it with that understanding and it happens, you're going to say, well, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. So, because you were being realistic, because you knew that your experience would endure something where, yeah, you're going to have results that aren't exactly anything to brag about, and they're not exactly the most pleasant experience. Confidence lesson number 2, you must have an actual strategy. Actual strategy. I wish it was easy as, hey, you buy low and sell high. That's true, but that's a little simplistic. That's a little basic. That's like saying, hey, the way you hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, you just swing the bat. Okay, that's true. That's how you hit a ball, but there's a little bit more that goes into hitting a 95-mile-an-hour fastball than just simply swinging the bat. So what that brings up the valid question, maybe thinking, okay, Clay, well, what is an actual strategy? And a strategy is going to have lots of different components to it. It's going to have rules. It's going to have requirements. It's going to have conditions that need to be met. It's going to have safeguards. It's going to have regulations. It's going to have other things. Well, Clay, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, you know what? Trading does require more than somebody sending you a hot stock pick over your phone, right? There's more to it than what other people will lead you to believe. But these are what is going to go into and help make up an actual strategy. And this is important because when you have an actual strategy, it's going to allow for analysis. Or in other words, it's going to allow you to ask yourself this question. Well, did I follow my strategy? Did I do what I was supposed to do? Because you know what you're supposed to do if you have a checklist of items. So when you have a checklist of items and you ask, well, did I? Then you can just go down the checklist. And if you can say, yep, did that. Yep, met that requirement. Yes, definitely that condition and that was all regulated. And you can say yes to all these things. Well, then, because you know there's no such thing as a perfect strategy, you can admit, you know what? It happens. For me, I made $4 an hour, but going down through my checklist, looking at my strategy, I wasn't breaking any rules. I wasn't doing anything wrong. It just happens. There's no such thing as a perfect strategy. There's no such thing as a holy grail. You can't make money all the time. So this helped with my confidence because, well, it's not like it was the strategy's fault. It was just, it happens. So I'm going to just keep on with it. And then you saw the next day, the results of that was, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. That's always my mentality. You know what? It happens. Tomorrow's a new day. And as I showed, the next day was from $4 per hour to $1,300 in 1 minute and 6 seconds or whatever I said that was. And that's how you not only build confidence, but you keep confidence. Expect, have a realistic, be grounded in reality, not all positive thinking. Now, of course, you want to be positive and you want to have confidence, and you want to, look at the better. You want to have confidence in yourself, but it can't always just be pure positive thinking for the reasons discussed. And then have an actual strategy. When you have a strategy, you can ask yourself the questions, have a baseline, go through it, and say, well, I don't know, did I follow my strategy or did I break some rules? Was I undisciplined? And if you can say, oh, I was undisciplined, well, you know what? Even in that situation, you can still be confident because at least you know what the problem was. The problem was you broke one of your rules. But when you're out there with no true strategy, no actual strategy, and you're running around, it's very hard to determine whether or not you should have confidence because you know what? Maybe the problem was you just don't really have a strategy. Maybe you're just randomly guessing. Maybe there wasn't any sort of rhyme or reason to what you were doing. And if that's the case, well then, yeah, you're not gonna, it's going to be hard to have confidence when you don't really actually understand what you're doing out there with the strategy. So, but by having these two things, it's going to really help out and going to help you to become successful and definitely have confidence as a day trader. Like I said, day trading confidence, swing trading confidence, and really just confidence in general when it comes to making money and building wealth. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, then a couple quick requests on my part. First off, if you would like for me to keep on making these videos, as I mentioned earlier, thank you so much for the feedback so far that I've been doing these. But if you want me to keep making these, if you have suggestions or anything, leave those down in the comment section below. Or if you have any sort of really just anything, questions or suggestions, or whatever you want to just say hi in the comment section. That's fine too. Also, if you don't, I have nothing to say, Clay. Well, fine. I'm a little disappointed in that. But if you have nothing to say and you just want me to keep on making these videos because you enjoy them, then the very time-efficient way to do that is just to hit that like button. And ultimately, hopefully decide to subscribe to the channel. I never really quite request people to subscribe because I get it. I don't know, check out the channel. Check out the channel as a whole. Look through some other videos. And then hopefully you determine, yeah, there's enough value here. It's worthwhile to subscribe. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. So thank you for hanging out. Remember, get out there, have realistic expectations, ground yourself in reality, and then get yourself an actual strategy. And that way you can not only build confidence, but you can really fortify that confidence in your trading and money-making endeavors. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.